Hmm. We here walking again. Yeah, I wanted to speak about the agreements that we make subconsciously that help to shape our reality. And I've been doing a lot of realizations recently as I actually work on a couple of scripts for meditation. And what has been coming up has been the stories subconsciously that I would have been creating and the prompts to release them. And it prompted me to make a video. I was to make one a little while ago about it. Yeah, look at them, look. They're getting bigger. Yeah, I was supposed to make a video on it a little time ago. Well, actually a few days ago, but yeah, it it's been I've been getting the prompts though more so recently to really look at these stories. And I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were talking about the agreements that we make subconsciously and how they shape our reality, how they shape our experiences, the experiences that we have with our loved ones, with our work environment, the preset programs that play out. And just like how I was explaining in the previous video about imprints, where these imprints can create positive changes in our lives or they can create negative changes. It just depends on what your perspective, what our perspectives are with the stories that we play out in our minds, what we agree to in our minds, or as Bashar would call them, permission slips. So, one of the ways that I have found useful, at least right now, has been feeling into the body. So, prompting within my own being as I meditate. I may feel maybe a tightness, let's say in the stomach, a tightness in the back of my head, and I may, what I do is I prompt it. So I ask, what does this tightness in my body wish to show me right now? And I would sit and feel it. And the way how I'm a very visual person, a visual learner, growing up, and I would get visions coming forward, right? Showing me different stories, different memories might come up, or a particular story. It might not even be related to this life in particular, or any life. It might be related to a story, a movie that I watched. And I may have associated the character, one of the characters that I identified with in the story, as a part of my life and overlaid it onto that. And many people do it. A lot of children do it growing up, watching Cinderella and different types of Disney movies, especially. Um, it's all a part of the phantasmagoria, right? So, in some ways, those also influence our layering of imprints as well. But one of the key ways to remove it, I have recognized more now, and I can speak on this a bit later in another video, is unpacking it from the nervous system. The nervous system, our nervous system can take on a lot, and in some instances, I'll give you my recent example. I had a phone that the battery was always dying very fast, and it even got to the point where it wasn't charging properly anymore. And I recently got a new phone, and I can sense the imprints, the familiar behavior that I had with having a phone that would die very fast, where I feel the anxiety of having to check my percentage all the time. And um, yeah, and so I've had to just do a bit of self hypnosis to just remind myself that this is a new reality. My phone isn't going to die as fast as it once did. This is a new phone, a new reality. And I, because I'm very visual, for me, I find it integrates a lot faster. And yeah, I stopped looking. I still do it from time to time. But the more I actually familiarize myself with that new perspective, I have been noticing I don't look at it as much anymore now. So yeah, but that's just an example. My nervous system basically was overlaid, and it brought up a lot of anxiety. Well, what felt to be anxiety within my nervous system. So yeah, regulating the nervous system for sure is a major key when it comes to unpacking some of these stories within our nervous system. And one of the ways that we regulate the nervous system is by doing breath work. So utilizing box breathing. I think the other one is 4-7-8 breath as well, right? Somatic breath work, and allowing yourself to truly relax, to truly yeah, relax the body. But I was just there thinking about also making sure to get in exercise, get out in nature, take walks um, in nature if you can, right? Some people live in the city, um, and not close to a park or anything like that. So, but yeah, yeah. I keep it short. Yeah, unpacking the stories that we tell ourselves. And as we change these stories, it literally changes our hologram, our external experience from one reality to another, right? So, yeah, we'll talk a bit more because emotions and all that um, is deeply connected into all of this as well, too. But yeah, see you soon.